Hey, Coach Hunt. I hope you guys are doing well. You know, life is about not, what you do all the time and and not even who you be per se. It's more about feeling alive while you're doing the do and how you feeling when you do it. You know what I'm saying? I've been on this journey, if that's what you want to call it, or these last couple of weeks where spirit, divine love, God has been saying, live life, live life to the fullest, feel alive in your life, cultivate the life that you want. Be intentional about the desires of your heart. Be greedy with life. Those are the type of um, messages and internal giftings that spirit has brought in a new truth for me in this crown era. So if you're in this crown era, that may be something that you're doing where you are now looking at your life and saying, am I living the best life I can? Am I living the desires of my heart? Am I living in joy rather than trying to continue to maintain a particular status quo or a status or moving into a level just because someone says, well, you should do this or you should do that? Are you doing you, meaning you being, how do I want to say it? You being the center of your own world so that your joy, your self-preservation, your self-provision is blossoming. So, yeah, because sometimes when I just say desires, desires aren't even deep enough right now. Yes, desires are things that we want, not things that we need. But it's more of that. It's more of just waking up and feeling alive. I had this moment a couple of weeks ago where I just was so happy to be alive. And in that moment, that's when spirit was like, this is what alive feels like. And that is something that I would like to harness and to capture. I don't even remember what video it was on, but it was like for 2 days, whatever oxytocin that I was in, that was beautiful. It was better than an orgasm, to be honest, at least for me in that moment. Those are good too, but the aliveness stayed for a couple of days, and that was everything to me. And am I pursuing? I don't want to pursue it like it's outside of me because I know it's inside of me. I want to continue to harness into that emotion anytime I feel that I'm out of alignment with life or out of pocket, so to speak, with life and how that feels for the moment. So cultivating your innerness, your knowing, your loveness. We are here to optimize life more so optimize the love of life, not optimize other people's lives and do so much for other people, especially in this crown era. We are guided to I don't even know how to say it. We are guided. Spirit, you have to give me the words. Otherwise I'm gonna ramble, spirit. We are guided not just to serve others and to live our purpose out, but for our soul to brighten and expand and to shine beyond what we even can ask or think or even believe that is possible. To step into particular areas of our lives that have not even been possible because we didn't even have the thought process of possibilities for them. It's like an array of doors opening up and they all have the possibility of something else where you kept instead of keep opening up the doors that someone else placed in front of you, you, as they say, you are the magic, right? We are the magic. You and I are the magic because magic should be normal. Magic is normal with us in the sense that in humanity, we are here to be co creators with God. We are here to create and to be in the frequency of whatever we choose to be to manifest something into this physical world. So, going back to the doors, there's these doors of possibilities. These possibilities are endless and they're eternal and they're infinite. Yes. They're internal and they're infinite because we have a world inside of our bodies and that inside world manifests us into this outside world and that out and the outside world only comes from a mirror reflection of what's already been is what has already has existed. I look up and I know a lot of people think so when I look up I'm like processing. When I look down I'm like thinking. When I roll my eyes around I am consuming. And because I'm real. That's how I am. This is how I am in real life. I am not AI. I'm not gonna be like, my name is Angelina Hunt. You can call me Terrain because that's the name I write under as an author and speaker. And nah, and I'm not doing that. This is me, the OG Angelina, Coach Hunt, the holistic self-love coach who help women have the best life ever, whatever that means for you, because we deserve the best life ever. We deserve to know that our legacy, whatever that is for us, whatever we choose it to be, is seen, heard, and felt um, by at least one person in this world. Because not everybody's dream or journey is to be on stages and have trillions of dollars, even though trillions of dollars are wonderful. I ain't mad at you if you want trillions of dollars. I'm not gonna say I don't want trillions of dollars, but the odds are trillions of dollars will flow through me. But what I'm gonna do with trillions of dollars, except for to be a blessing to other people, to build schools and houses and I don't know, give water to where water isn't given, dig wells. And I mean, I would be a humanitarian more so. I would be the millionaire angel. That's the type of I'm the what do you call it? The philanthropist. I don't want to hoard anything, even though I do believe in sacred greed. I believe in that having the sacred greed means I am in overflow, so I need to continue to grow, grow, grow. I need to continue to receive, receive, receive. I continue to need to have more, more, more. So whatever I do gets to be overflow, 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 overflow. And who does it overflow to? It overflows to you. You as the consumer, because I'm a consumer of other people's overflow. That's just what we do. And if we all continue to just be in overflow, no one will be in lack. Whew, Lord have mercy. That is a lot. That is a little. Let me see. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, the discomfort of stillness. So I did a video on it because yesterday man, yesterday I was in this moment, right? God didn't want me to do anything. I had to be still. I couldn't meditate. I couldn't write. God just wanted me to be in the stillness of life. Just be in the in between, whatever that space of. I wasn't death. I wasn't life. I was in between breaths, as I would call it. I wasn't in the inhale or exhale. I was in between. And I to embrace that was a lot. And the thing is you don't have to I didn't have to embrace it for a long time because this morning I got a lot of different downloads of doing a lot of different things. One of them was the word resistance. We resist resistance, which is like a double negative, and that's when we don't have a positive. So spirit was like, "Why are you resisting resistance?" And I was like, "Huh? Que paso?" I was at the gym. I was at recess, aka the gym, and I was on the treadmill and I said, okay, what the language? This is me speaking to God. I was like, what is the language? Not in these words, of course, because when spirit speaks to you in your mind, you just like have a conversation. So it was more like, what language would you like me to have? What am I supposed to use when I think about I don't want to be in resistance, being resisting resistance? And spirit said, oh, Lord have mercy. Not intense. What was it? Um, insist. Insist, not resist. That's what spirit said. Insist, not resist. And I was like, insist. Yeah. And spirit was like, when you want something, it's not a demand, it's a request, but insist that the request be made. Insist that the request is granted. When you insist something, in my head, at least in within my own body, if I insist in something to happen, I know it's going to happen. So there's no doubt, there's no shame or no guilt about it. Like I insist that the dishes get washed by, then I know they're going to get washed. I insist that, you know, my nails are a certain way when I'm getting services, or I insist on this or I insist on that. So for me, God said insist instead of resist, because I can't resist being resistant, because that's a double negative. And so I was like, ah. So that was one key that I got today regarding my intuition. So I will definitely be journaling and writing on that, because that was like, yes, yes, yes. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was oh, knowing when knowing when to look at our internal compass, when to read it appropriately. It's always going to be on true north, right? We're always going to want to go upward. And upward means joy, peace, and understanding when joy and peace comes through, that you are in the flow of God's provision. You are in the flow of being provided for. You are in the flow of prosperity and purpose and all the other P's that are coming out. And that internal compass is something that allows you to have an intentional life, right? That intentional life is, how do I want to say it? That intentional life is cultivated. So when you think about all the seeds you have sown, are you harvesting your seeds that you planted in the ground, or you're harvesting someone else's seeds that they planted for you? That was another question Spirit said. Are you harvesting the seeds that somebody else planted for you? Which is nothing wrong with that. We want our ancestors to have planted seeds in other timelines that we are being a beneficiary towards. I believe I'm a trust fund baby from God. God always provides, over provides. I want to be in overflow always and forever. However, are you still, or are you harvesting your own seeds that you have sown throughout life? All those desires and seeds of love, passion, growth, art, music, science, whatever that passion is for you, are you harvesting those? And if you're not harvesting them, why aren't you? Because that's where your fulfillment and your joy is. That's how you cultivate the life that you want from your seeds. Your seeds are the most purposeful cultivation in this time, in this moment for yourself, especially in your crown era. We don't have that much time. Nobody knows when their time is up, so to speak, when they're unalived. However, in this time, with this wisdom, utilizing our intuition, our internal compass, then we know that our own harvest is the best harvest. And yeah, I think that's it, y'all. I think I rambled enough, or I put out enough little information for you guys to just really look at life and say, I'm cultivating the life that I want, because I believe in supporting women in through coaching to have their best life ever, whatever that means for them. And that's teaching them to cultivate and to live life, live in faith every day, live life for themselves, and have their soul evolving life force to move, and breathe and be whomever they want to be. So that's it. That's all. It's Coach Hunt. I have your greatest interest at heart. If you need any information, it's in the description box. If you want to know how I coach, the discovery letter is one of the most best ways as a foundation for you to be able to look at yourself, your whole self, from your past, your present to your future. And that is one way you can read about how I coach and have a tool for yourself that you'll have for the rest of your life. And you can see your growth for the rest of your life, year after year after year. That is one aspect. You can also look at the refill ritual, where you can understand that your vessel holds everything. Your body, as they say, keeps the score. And water is a transmuter and a transmitter. And you can read about that in the refill ritual for that. But again, I love you guys so much. I have your greatest interest at heart. I'm out of here. Put it in the comments. I love to hear what clarity you received and if you have any questions or concerns. All right. Bye.